What is good, Cardano fam, Ada gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Starting with George Cryptos R Us, he says we could see a $6 ADA by July to September 2025. This could be a conservative price prediction, considering Cardano may soon be working closely with the Department of Government Efficiency, aka Doge. That is super bullish. Conservative price prediction of $6 potentially. Don't mind if I do. I guess we are all George. Charles Hoskinson says we can add amazing DeFi components to XRP. They can add liquidity, a wonderful stablecoin layer like Ripple's RLUSD, and bridges definitely. It would be super cool to get Midnight working with XRP. We're meeting with David Schwartz. We also have another update actually recently. Charles says it was great talking to Ripple CTO David Schwartz about Midnight and XRP. Wonderful technical conversation. David Schwartz responded saying, "It was a pleasure talking to you. Midnight sounds extremely interesting." So who knows what else is around the corner with Ripple and Cardano. Charles Hoskinson says we're making great progress on major stablecoins, more to come, homebrew stablecoins on Cardano, then big name brand stablecoins. We're working and firing on all cylinders. I'll have more to say in a few weeks. Now we know months ago, he said that Cardano Foundation is in aggressive negotiations with Circle, and he didn't name a specific name here, but I think we get the idea, guys. We're probably going to see some big names. I think Circle USDC and Ripple's RLUSD are going to be the big name brands that he's alluding to. But what do you guys think? In the spirit of Angry Crypto, bring all the good stable coins. USDC, these nuts. USDT, these nuts. RLUSD, these nuts. USDM, these nuts. USDA, these nuts. Just bring all the stable coins. Let the consumers decide. I think it helps a lot with brand power and brand authority. You know what I'm saying? Charles says there will be a glacier drop, the distribution of Midnight Network. You're eligible and have to mine to produce it. Cardano will be the largest distribution. We'll talk about that later. We're getting very close. So in a nutshell, regarding Snapshot, regarding more details, we're going to be seeing that very soon. Make sure you guys are watching Charles's Twitter as well as Midnight Network, and everything is linked below for you guys. Charles says we're excited to see where Polkadot's jam goes. A great innovation. We met some Polkadot people in Argentina. We're going to do a lot of upstream contributions to the substrate from improvements we made because of Midnight Network. Now, I want to highlight that this is great. Reminds me of AMD and other companies where they've had innovations and they keep it open and they help blossom the rest of the industry. They don't just hoard it to themselves. So I think this is fantastic to see the innovations and learning from Midnight Network to contribute to the rest of the ecosystem. Speaking of Polkadot, the much anticipated space, Cardano, Polkadot, mark this in your calendar, Wednesday, November 20th. I don't know the exact time, so you want to make sure notifications are on. And I will attend this. I will document this on X and on YouTube. So very excited. That's coming up very soon. And we'll see maybe some interesting updates. What do you guys think? Cardano and Bitcoin via Bitcoin OS in Cointelegraph again. So however you feel about Cointelegraph, we know that all eyes are on Cardano, and it's great to see that more articles, more influencers are turning towards the positive, but also just giving exposure. So the mind share, the attention is undeniable. All eyes are on ADA right now. Large transfer, let's talk about bridges. Rosenbridge, nearly $29,000 moved from Bitcoin to Cardano. Again, this proves that cross-chain bridges do serve a utility. Even if you don't like them, I think bridges have come a long way from 2021 to what we have now in terms of technology. And speaking of Rosen, there's a fantastic upcoming update. Projects must manage their own liquidity provision and market development, but they're opening up the doors to popular community tokens. So stuff like Nike and Sugar and many other projects can now leverage and become, like a Rosen bridged asset. So this is fantastic. Also, a lot of projects on Ergo as well. So if there are projects that interest you on Ergo or on Cardano, this might interest you for cross-chain volume. Now, before we jump into pricing, and it'll tie everything as well, I saw, unfortunately, the co-founder, I believe, of USDM had passed away. So Big respect and my condolences. It's tough. We never know. Health is wealth. And so we got to live life like every day is precious. That's why it's called the present. It is a present. It is a gift. So and that ties well to this post by Charles saying that I'm excited we're going to make America healthy again, right? I'm working out every day, ran 30 miles last week, and getting into calisthenics. I gained 4 pounds of muscle, lost a few pounds of fat, and he's fasting 2 days a week. It's working well for him. So it's cool to see this kind of new chapter for Charles and him kind of, just looking at areas of improvement, whether it be Cardano or himself, because at the end of the day, you can't take the ledger to the grave. So again, let's try to be as kind as possible to one another. When we see the discourse on X, I see a lot of ad hominem. There's no need to bring ad hominem back because two negatives don't make a positive when it comes to that communication. Let's do our best to be bold, but be meek and have restraint, truthful but gentle, and have restraint and just be kind. At the end of the day, kindness goes a long way in people's lives. So it's just one of those things, guys. Make sure you take care of your health at the end of the day. I run every day. I do my push-ups, I do my pull-ups, do my hanging, my calisthenics, and if I didn't, I'd be going crazy, guys. So let's jump into price, shall we? We're chilling right now at 74 cents, and I think we're going to just be chilling at these like 70 to 75 cents for a while. We're getting finally some crazy bullish price predictions like George saying that good old $6 conservative price prediction. Who would have thought, right? Not saying anything and then bam. So the key for me is Bitcoin dominance. As long as Bitcoin dominance is in this range of 60%, altcoin season is not here yet. And I say yet because when it tumbles, it will greenlight altcoin season. And Bitcoin price, when Bitcoin dominance goes down, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to dump. It just means more capital is entering the market and going to those other projects. So again, this is my go-to just because we know ADA first all-time high, 2018 January, around 38% BTCD. Second time, September 2021, around 40% BTCD. So I'm anticipating when that tumble happens, sometime Q1, Q2 of next year minimum, I think it's going to be dropping to lows of like the 50s. It may not even drop to super low 40s. Bitcoin is really hot and popular and a driving factor for DeFi and the rest of the ecosystem, especially with Bitcoin OS. So maybe these lows are going to be much higher. They're always going to be higher with each cycle, but maybe the low will be much higher. Maybe high 40s, maybe low 50s. So when, the mother of all questions, when price go up, can devs do something? A la Hard Rock Nick. Well, we know we did a 100x in 2021 with no smart contracts. So everything that we have going on, it is extremely bullish. It's hard for me to keep track of everything going on. So I still think that $5 to $7 is a reasonable price prediction that we will surpass Q1, Q2 of next year minimum. And speaking of XRP, I think that it's great that also Brad Garlinghouse is anticipating a US-centric ETF for Cardano. I think we're going to see more ETFs. I think we're going to see more growth in the stablecoin sector. I think for me, guys, the most important thing for me is like I really want to see the brand stablecoins to come natively. We can already use them with Bridge, but it would be phenomenal to see some native stablecoins that are top tier. Why? Because as a UX designer, UX researcher, I know the power of perception. And so even when they come and make an announcement and they come to Cardano natively, it's really going to rise the perceived authority and the brand power of Cardano. You feel me? Understand? So I think that USDT, USDC, RLUSD, these top names can actually do a lot of a positive, a net positive. Do they have concerns? Do they have drawbacks? Sure, everything does. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. So what do you guys think? My two questions for you is, what do you think in terms of these big name brand stablecoins that we're going to hear more about in a few weeks? What could they be? And do you think that we might see something like some sort of deeper, more complex collaboration between Ripple and XRP and their stablecoin RLUSD? I think we may actually see, and this is not the first time that Charles has spoken about his positive sentiment towards RLUSD. Lest we forget, he has spoken highly of David Schwartz, most recently in the live stream with the DREC Alliance. Lest we forget that IOG, Ripple, XRP, and Labs are working together in the DREC Alliance. Lest we forget that XRP and Cardano ADA are also ISO 20022 compliant. So we have the compliant familia coming together. Very exciting time, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Smash that subscribe, smash that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.